I was brought an opportunity about maybe 5 years ago, and my buddy wanted us to buy it for, I think it was like $1 million. And I chickened out. And the guy who bought it came out smelling like a bandit. You know, he rented it to the parking lot for to store cars, and you know, it was bringing in 6 figures a month just for that. And then he sold it, I think, for like $10 or $15 million. It's like, so you know, I mean, there's a lot of opportunity in things like this. Maybe not that big of opportunity here, but you know, just taking chances. I think stepping out, taking a leap, and just trying new things sometimes will pay off big.
No risk, no reward.
True story, man. Here with Clyde, my partner in the Leeds project, the mini storage, and we have made some progress. We've ordered roofing materials and we got people picking up the trash. As you can see, it's a lot of trash. We ended up pushing the roof down into the building and brought it out. But we'd love to show you the progress. So we've got a roof hopefully to be on in the next couple weeks, get started. And then at that point, we'll have it dried in and we can start on the electrical and order the storage material and start putting storages in here. Basically what we have is we have given the storage company our measurements and they've kind of laid it out. They have like engineers on staff. Of course, we're gonna have to make some changes because we do have this upstairs area. So we'll probably kind of cut this back corner out some. We have to decide if we want to do a rear entrance. Not sure that we want to do that. Still kind of up in the air what we're going to do with that. I think once we get it dried in and totally cleaned out, then we'll probably come in here, make sure the measurements are right, and then we can have the metal for the storage units, I think in 2 weeks from that point. I think on our first project, we're just going to go for the single floor on the slab, not have to build second tier, because you know you'd probably have to get you know, add a cargo elevator, and I just think for our first one we're gonna go a little simpler. You know, in the layout they have these poles being in the middle of some of them, but we're trying to build them to where these poles are actually in the wall. We're gonna have to make some changes.
So basically what'll happen is we'll put the back of the storage unit here, a unit that way, probably on every pole.
Yeah, and then have a hole in the middle.
Do it. When we did it, we couldn't tell where the poles were, so we didn't have a proper layout. So what we did was we just gave them the square and said, hey, if there was no poles in it, what would you do? Well, now looking at the dimensions they gave us, it puts some of the poles in the units.
We did order an appraisal based on what we projected it to bring in, but you know, with some changes we're gonna have to make, we're just not quite sure yet. But we wouldn't be doing it if we didn't expect to make a little bit of money on it. So I cannot believe the difference already, y'all. That's a lot of trash. Amazing.
That's a lot of trash.
I mean,
I'm talking about the input. Here, it's over here. We're gonna reuse the sprinkler system. The sprinkler system is a huge deal for this thing, and that's your sprinkler system there. See it go up and tie in. So your sprinkler system, your water main, everything's there.
Thankfully, Leeds has been really helpful in this process so far, and I think that Leeds is just happy that we're taking this empty building that's kind of been an eyesore and you know, making it a nice building, and really this is a good use for it, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah. There's been a lot of work done here, y'all.
Yeah. You don't realize how much work is done in one of these until you start looking around how much it takes to just get it all outside. So we're still on track to be done in 10 months. Hopefully we'll be finished here.
10 years maybe.
10 years maybe, but we had a 10-month process, and we're about 30 days in now, and the roof's gone. put the roof back on, hopefully within 6 weeks, get it back in the dry. Yeah, that's it. Well, what they did in grocery stores back in the day when they walked in, they had drop ceilings where they could keep it cool right there. So when you came in, if they had a drop ceiling in, the air would stay under there cool. And this was all drop ceiling too. Where those things are, it was a drop ceiling in this whole place. There was zero insulation on the ceiling. The roof had no insulation at all.
Yeah, you know, in a flip, you walk in and you're going $10, $20, $30, $40, and this kind of thing, you're going 100, 200, 300. It just, the clock is just running all the time. Well, I think we're both learning a lot in this, and once we figure it out, kind of like you do in other businesses, once you get the hang of it and you figure it out, you can just replicate it over and over and over.
Yep.